Supposedly there was a hockey game, but both teams decided not to show up until it was halfway over. Avs lose to the New Jersey Devils 2-1. This is probably going to be a shorter video as I'm only really breaking down half a game, as the first half basically nothing happened. In the first period, the Avs didn't even record a shot on goal until the 12-minute mark, and beyond that, up to that point, they had only even attempted to put 3 shots on goal. Carolina was clearly dominating the possession, but really they weren't doing much with it and ended the period with just 7 shots on goal themselves. The Avs would put up 4 shots on goal by the buzzer of the first, so 11 shots total for both teams in a period in which they both saw 2 power plays each. Just not fun hockey to watch. The best chance of the night did come in the first, though, as Rantanen received a pass across ice with a wide open net. All he had to do was corral it and throw it in the net, but he couldn't get it out of his skates cleanly and ended up missing the shot wide. And you would see similar plays to that happen quite a lot tonight for both teams, really. The second period in some ways was the inverse of the first, with the Avs doing more of the possession and New Jersey flatlining on offense, but still, it felt like it wasn't quite that exciting. Through the middle half of the second period, neither team was generating very many shots, and as a fan, you were basically struggling to stay awake at this point. Given the way this game had gone, you knew it was going to be some kind of stupid goal to break the ice here. And shortly after, Erik Johnson hits a post for the Avs for the 16th one of those of the season. New Jersey comes back the other way, and on a silly opportunity, they manage to convert. New Jersey has dumped the puck in, and Varlamov has settled it behind the net for Zadorov to come and collect. Once he gets it, I guess he decides that he has eyes in the back of his head as he gives it a no-look backhand pass over to where he's expecting his D partner to be. Unfortunately, Barrie had just been coasting up the near boards at this point and gave up position to Jesper Bratt. Bratt gets basically the best pass he's ever seen in his life for an easy goal. So, 2 things there. Zadorov has got to take a look. It's not like he was under heavy pressure. He had the time to peek and see what his options were. And number 2, there's got to be some communication there. You don't really see a defenseman make a pass like that unless the system is set up for his defensive partner to be there. Barrie was not. He needs to let him know that that's not an option for him. And these boneheaded mistakes come from these multiple levels of failure. It's not just one mistake that causes it. It's a number of them stacked on top of each other. You can even look at Varlamov looking at the wrong side as Zadorov makes the awful pass. If he was checking the right side, perhaps he would have saved it and bailed them out. And that's not to say this was anyone's fault but Zadorov's, but you know, it's nice to have a little bit of security that doesn't fail as well. So now you're thinking this game's going to be a 1-0 shutout for New Jersey. But interestingly, after the New Jersey goal, the Avs seemed to find a bit of a spark and put on some of the best shifts they had all game. That eventually leads to New Jersey taking a penalty, and this actually being technically the 4th power play opportunity of the game for the Avs. You know they need to convert. With Landeskog suspended and McKinnon, while a great player, isn't capable of doing absolutely everything, the Avs have to look to the young guns to get it done on this one. In a bit of a broken play, Kerfoot's going to walk into the circles and then take a shot that's going to get blocked. But Comfer in the middle is going to do a great job of reacting quickly, and then he just puts down an absolute snipe. Those two are really becoming a dynamic duo at this point, and I have to say I really like what Kerfoot did there walking in before opting for the shot. I know the shot did get blocked initially, but taking shots from there are going to result in a lot more good things instead of the usual Avs taking shots from the point. Putting those two in situations like that is what this year is going to be all about, and we're finding out very quickly that they are both very capable in any situation we decide to throw them in. So now the Avs tie it back up 1-1, and they spend the rest of the game getting themselves into penalty trouble. Luckily, they managed to get through the second with the even score line to take it into the third and then kill off a penalty that carried over at the start of the third. Through the first 5 minutes of the third, the Avs do get more A-grade chances, but they continue to struggle to find their finish. Looking back at this game, the offense is going to be thinking it was one that they probably should have had. Now, what's the one thing you don't do in a tie game in the third period? Take penalties? Yeah. Somebody better teach Mark Barberio that one. 5.5 minutes into the period, he takes one, and It was a bit of a soft call, but at this point we're starting to see a trend of Barberio taking these types of penalties in big moments, and it's not good. The Avs now sit in a tie for the top 5 in the league for number of times shorthanded. They have to find a way to stop putting themselves in the box, especially in big game situations like this. And of course, New Jersey makes them pay. Zadorov is going to get beat up the boards here and fall behind the play. That allows Bratt an open pass through the seam over to the other side of the ice to Taylor Hall. From there, Hall is going to put a shot on net as all 4 Avs PKers crash down deep into the zone. The puck is going to rebound off of Varley as he doesn't handle it cleanly, and then we're going to see 2 things happen. Zadorov goes to try and clear out the rebound, but it's flying through mid-air and he's going to whiff on it. And at the same time, for some reason, EJ, who is engaged with Brian Boyle right here, is just going to stop engaging with him, and he's just going to get caught completely puck watching. Boyle goes right behind him, and as Zadorov whiffs, Boyle comes in and gets 2 attempts at the puck to knock it in. Varley flubbing a rebound and Zadorov missing on a bouncing puck, I can forgive. That happens sometimes, but EJ getting caught puck watching like that, I expect him to know better. With that said, when you give up as many penalties as the Avs do, they're bound to score on the power play eventually. So the Avs are down 2-1 now with a little bit more than 10 minutes to play. Barberio would find himself in the penalty box again shortly after that. That one they wouldn't manage to score on at least, and then the Avs would try to make a late push to tie the game. While I do think the late push was decent, they just couldn't put it in the back of the net once again. Whether it was a bounce not going their way or not being able to beat Schneider, it was starting to get a little frustrating. And so the Avs lose this one at 2-1, and it's a little bit weird because it is frustrating that they couldn't finish, but at the same time, you're kind of happy to see that, because when compared to last year, not only are the Avs in this game, but they had a very real chance to win it. As the team continues to mature, I think they'll figure out how to start burying those chances, and then this team could be the real deal. Throw out the first period, throw out that horrible play that led to the first goal, and take a look at the rest of this game, and the Avs could have scored 4 goals in this one. The ups and downs of a young team, sometimes you should have scored 4 and you only get 1. That's the way this whole year is going to go. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. The Avs are finally hitting the part of the schedule where they play pretty much every other night, so we're going to be going hard and fast for the rest of this month. I'm Rudo3, and Ottawa, if you could not have a top 10 pick, that would be great.